Let's continue. So back to my code. And right here, what I want to do is I'm going to assign some value to these variables here. So let's just grab hold of these three variables first. Right underneath here, I'm still on the loan calculator command button. So right underneath here, I don't need the dim and so on anymore. I'm just trying to be smart. Get rid of that and get rid of this as well. So I'm going to say the loan, which is the variable, and that is going to be equals CDbl. So without the CDbl, it's going to regard it as a text. So I'm just going to, what I'm saying, it is not a text. So I'm going to say it txt amount of loan dot text should be classed as a number. So the same thing will be repeated for the others. So let's just paste. And this will be for the interest rate, txt interest rate. So let's change this to txt interest rate. Paste that there. And next is number of payments. Number of payments. txt number of payment. So whatever data that is entered in there is then converted to numbers and stored right inside these variables. These variables that you're looking at, I actually declare them as a global variable here. Okay, and that's it. Next, you see this very one here? Let's use an if statement to check if there's any value in there at all. So I'm going to grab hold of it. So I'm going to say if number is less than and equals to 0, then I want a message box here. So let's say number of payments must be greater than 0. Greater than 0. Okay. So maybe we should just clear it and get it focused in there. Number of payments must be, right? All right. So number of payments must be greater than 0. So this should be number of payments with an S. Okay. Now I'm going to run it and just see how that's going to look like. So let's run it now. Enter name, address, number, source code, and here we have amount. Let's say number of payment is 0, or let's say -1. Let's see what's gonna happen. Number of payment must be greater than 0. Okay, there, let's say it's 1. That is fine. Okay, all right, so let's exit out back to our codes. Double click on codes and come right down here. Guess you guys can see the codes, so let's bring it down. Yeah. And next, let's take care of the interest rate here. So underneath here, maybe I should just enter something like, say, simple interest rate or whatever. Okay. Not to get you guys confused. All right, so here we need the total payment. This one here, we'll go over that. Total payment, that's going to be equals loan plus, in a bracket, loan, multiply that by interest rate. Interest rate. And then we divide by 100. Okay. So that's taken care of. Next, we want the monthly payment. Let's say monthly. That is going to be equals total. Grab hold of this. Equals total. And we'll divide that by number of payments. Number of payments. That's done. So let's add everything into LBL. Monthly, no, that should be monthly payment. LBL monthly payment. LBL monthly payments dot caption, and that is going to be equals the following. So we need to get it formatted. So I'm going to grab hold of this, everything in here. And we now need to format it into pound sign. Let's say format the monthly payment, comma, pound, hash, comma, hash, so 0, 0, 0. There we go. I think it's right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the total. So when the total that will appear in there is going to be LBL total, LBL total payment dot caption, format whatever we have in there. That should be this. Is that in there? Okay, total payment dot caption. And what about, let's change the loan, TXT loan. Let's format that as well. TXT amount of loan dot text that is going to be equals format the loan. Okay, let's just grab hold of all this, paste, and what we're formatting is just the loan. Right. Okay, that's done. Okay, let's now create a receipt for my receipt area. So I'm going to show you guys the receipt again. That's the receipt. We'll show you guys the receipt. That is the receipt. Look at it. TXT receipt. So I'm going to copy that TXT receipt. TXT receipt.text. That will be equals underscore. Underscore. I want underscore. Let's enter a tab. And the first one will be the title. Loan management systems, and enter VB. Next line, and let's repeat that again. And next line. So let's pick that up right there. That's the lines of code for the receipt. Let's come in and just indent it. There we go, guys. Okay, once you click on the button, all of this should be displayed. So let's run it and see first. Enter a name in there. Let's say Johnny Davis. Address number 1, God's Son Place. Amount, he has a deposit account, and in here, account number, source code, and amount, let's say is £12,000. Rate at 3.9, and intend to pay within 36 months. If you click on that, let's see. Mistake made. Let's change that. That should be full name. Right. Okay. And change that to full name. Double click on that. Let's make sure that's full name. Yeah. Full name. Okay. Good. Let's make sure I don't have any other error. Okay. Try it one more time. Johnny Davis. Address 12. Loss savings account. This should only be 6 characters in there. And he's going for £12,000. Rates 3.5. Months, 36 months. There we go. Look at that, guys. That is brilliant. And I've also added date in there. Okay. Now, I need to take care of 2 things. 1 and 2. The reset and this very one here. Okay, I want this to always be dashed. So we double click on this. Okay, it takes me to the text change. When the text in there change, I want the following. See this quotes, have a good look at that. So what I say is maximum value will be 6, and each one of them will have, after 2 numbers, there will be a dash. Okay, that is it right there. Look at it, after 2 numbers, there will be a dash. So I'm going to try that out. But before then, let's save this thing. I've gone too far. I should have saved it earlier. So I'm going to save it as loan management system. Okay. And I'm going to save it in here. See. But the file type, make sure you change the file type to Excel macro enable. Okay, Excel macro enable. There we go. And click on save. Right. So let's see what's going to happen with this. Let's run it. Run. Now enter name in there. And the name is, and remove. Address. Freetown. And here, account number. Now let's enter source code. If I try to type another value, look at that. And you can only enter just, okay, 6 characters. And here, loan, interest rate, months of payment. There we go. See that, guys? So what is left now is for us to take care of these. Now, right down here, double click on that. And right there, we need as follows. We just want to clear that. Without text. The text equals clear. So one is done. We need this. Clear that. Clear this as well. Clear this. And this one. Okay. Add a clear function to it. Clear, 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 clear. Okay, all of those are cleared. Get it indented. And there's more that needs to be cleared. Let's look at, yeah, this ought to be cleared as well. No, it's resets. We reset the text. That takes care of that. Now I'm almost there, I believe. Let's go in here. Here, there's more here. The name and so on. Okay, I'm just gonna grab all of these and change things around. And I'll be back to you guys. Okay, guys, and that is my reset lines of code taken care of. So that's okay. I believe it's all done now. Want it to self-focus in here. All right, all done, guys. Okay, that's the reset lines of codes taken care of. So with that, guys, I'm calling the end of this tutorial. Let's run it one more time. And the name is Grace. Address. Lane. Savings accounts. Number. Source code. Amount. And interest rate. Let's say 5.9. Payment. 24 months. There we go. See that, guys? So with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this brilliant tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. And please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.